Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining a leader's journey today. Welcome. We're going to give a few more people time to join, but so excited to have everyone in the room with me for my first webinar. Really an honor and a pleasure. Good afternoon, Donetta, Shalise, Jabari. You see the chat feature at the bottom. Can you hear me clearly? Can you see the presentation? If you can respond in the chat. Thank you. Thank you for that response. So this is the first of many webinars that will take place on different topics. The first one will start with leadership, which is a leader's journey by myself, Dr. Alicia Jacobs. Just really happy to, have you all with me today, to be able to share some information and some knowledge, just that I've gained over the years from just, different experiences, different people, different books, just to hopefully add some tips that you can take from this and actually enjoy yourself. So this webinar, the objectives for our webinar today, just to provide tips where you can improve your business relationships, improve connections with your teams, your different members, maybe if it's in your church organization, with your employees, which some people may call followers, and even help you in some shape or form improve and increase your earnings. Because there are a lot of small business owners out there, and you're looking for ways to build more connections. Also, just continue to remember that when you invest in your own development, growth is going to happen. So it's all about investing in ourselves. That allows us to grow, and it helps us do a positive impact on other people. So that's the purpose of today's webinar. I hope you get a lot out of it. And truly enjoy it. So I always start with let your light shine. You will leave a lasting legacy if you focus on serving others. A lot of people think leaving a legacy is about leaving finance behind for the ones that we love. Leaving a legacy is also about the impact and the impression that you make on other people. And as you go through this journey with me today, you will see that has a long-term impact on others. So that's the type of legacy that we really want to leave. Let me also kind of introduce myself. Dr. Alicia Jacobs. I have been in business in various capacities for the last 27 years. Main focus has been on loss mitigation, management, strategic leadership. Also very active in my church, as well as a missionary in my organization. And my whole objective is to bring others to a place where they feel comfortable with leadership, understand what it's about, whether you are leading others or not. But we'll find out that really we all lead in some shape or form. So that's just a little bit about me. I do have a family, a wonderful husband, wonderful children, appreciate them, great support system within my family, and friends. So servanthood and sacrifice. Some people don't think when you're serving others that it's a sacrifice, but a lot of people will tell you that it really is. When you ask the question, what is leadership? It's more than producing numbers. It's more than producing results. You can't just say it's all money driven. It's a responsibility. You are totally, as a leader, accountable for someone else. You may be accountable for a large organization, but you're accountable for all of the different individuals which are there. Leadership is servanthood. As we're serving other people as leaders, it's about making a sacrifice for someone else. Everything leaders do is about providing service. One reference I have from a book that's called A Leader's Legacy is it's not about what you achieve for yourself, but what you achieve for others. It's not about how big of a campfire you built, but how well you kept others warm. It's not about having bragging rights about I did this. It's about what we can do and how you can support your organization as a whole. So leaders are teachers. And for all the teachers out there, I know this would just, light bulbs should go off and you should see the confetti kind of flying, because leaders are teachers. They transform different experiences. So it's important that instead of having a monologue where it's just one-way communication, we have to have dialogues. Teachers are great about having dialogues with their students, understanding where they are, how they can make them shine and excited about information. So that's what we have to do as leaders with other people. Get them excited. It's not about pointing and telling them what to do. You are a mentor. So being a leader is about being a mentor. You get as a leader so excited when you can see that someone is passionate about something that you share. And I see the teacher in the room going, her excitement about that. When you're not around, what will people say about you? If you're a leader, if you are a business person, if you are, in the organization as a minister or whatever, when you are not here, what will others say about you? What stories will they tell? What lessons have they learned from each interaction? What are you learning from others as they teach you? And I will give just a brief little story. As many, you will be aware, as you lose a loved one and you start to interact with different people, they start to tell you stories about your loved one that you didn't even know. You don't know the impact that they made until you actually realize they left a lasting legacy that just can't be compared. So that's what we want to accomplish. So it's about training, motivation, advice, success, giving the right direction, and setting the right goals, being supportive of that, and then here's the potential that's there. So I hope you got something out of that, but it's a lot to be said about having those dialogues and that mentor relationship. So as leaders, I don't know if any of you feel the same way over the years. As leaders, it is hard sometimes to digest honest feedback. Great leaders want honest feedback. So if someone say, you know what, you didn't do a good job on that, I know it's a way for people to give the feedback, but as leaders, you want to ask, how am I doing? Ask the open-ended question. Leave it so they can give that paragraph about how you're doing. Listen to the feedback and take it as an opportunity to evaluate yourself. The credibility it's about doing what you say you will do. So basically, doing what you say you will do, you'll have credibility with your followers, you'll have credibility with your teams, you have credibility with your students. If you do what you say you're going to do. If you tell the students we're having a pizza party on Monday, they want a pizza party on Monday. If you tell the followers that you're going to do something in appreciation of them, have whatever you're going to have in appreciation. If you say that you're going to do something, the main thing is stand by your word, because you're accountable for your word. To be socially aware, because we all come from different backgrounds. We have different beliefs, different values. The regular feedback helps you understand where people are, what their thoughts are, and how you can connect with them better. So, you are the most important leader in your organization. Sometimes you feel like you're just not important in big organizations. Small companies, you know you're the person that's running that company. But sometimes you don't realize that the one decision that you make, the one action that you take is just so important. You have to realize that. I love to start with don't pass the buck. You know how you may, as a leader, sometimes, someone can call and ask you to do something and then you pass it down. Maybe something breaks. Taking charge of it. The one thing we really want is people just don't pass the buck. Take ownership of the situation, of being a leader. It doesn't mean having someone else do it. It means you take ownership of being a leader, even if others don't. Even if they didn't fix the problem, you fix it. Don't make excuses as to why you can't do something. So the one thing, I'll have families and different things. You never want to make excuses. I didn't do this because I didn't help my teammate because of this. I didn't give that person encouragement because I was having a bad day. So, you have to think about all those different things. There is nowhere to hide. Don't try to go crawl under a rock and not be seen. Stand up, take a bold stance, and take your leadership position. Remember, you're always important, and you have a chance to change someone's life. Invest in the growth of others. And that's what today is, investing in the growth of others. And honestly, as I present, I'm presenting to myself to make sure that I'm remembering these things. So I'm hoping that you find value in it as well. Communication. Communication is the key. Do not assume someone knows that they're doing a good job. As a leader, it's important to send that email. It's important to send that text message. It's important to say, hey, you did a great job. I know you're trying. Even if that person's not doing such a great job, to say, I know you tried. Okay, I'm here to help you. What lesson did you learn from what happened? Let's grow together. This is how you can improve. Communication is great. You can deliver a message that is a growth message, meaning you need improvement, but it's all about how you deliver the message. Voice of your appreciation just always helps. Providing ongoing recognition, praise and encouragement, they're the key. Okay, people don't stick around just because. In this, in any organization they want to feel valued. And yes, a lot of people say it's because they want more money, but there are a lot of people that stay in positions and they may not have gotten that more money because they were really satisfied with the person that they were following. So it does make a big difference. Don't brush off or make excuses for the feedback you receive. Just embrace it. As you get communication, we talked about feedback before. Embrace that level of communication you're getting. Change the perception that the person or the reality they may have. Some people think, as a leader, they don't have to like me. But yes, most of us will like people. When we like you, we follow you. There is that. We're human beings. We have emotions. And your efforts that you make really do matter. So relationships. I love this, and I kind of put this together: trust, likability, communication, and freedom. I was having a discussion with a team, and they were stuck on the likability because you don't have to like me, but you have to have the likability in there. So you may not agree with it, but it needs to be there because people stick with people they like. So is leadership personal? So that's a question. Is leadership personal? You can put it in the chat if you want. Is it personal? People want to know who you are. They want to know your aspirations, your beliefs, your dreams, and your values. Years ago, as we go through training, we're taught to keep everything professional. Yes, you can keep things professional, but you're having a birthday next week. Do you think your team wants to know that your birthday is a certain day of the month? You want the team want to know that you maybe not feeling well that day, and you just need a little extra care. So yes, it is very much so. It is personal. You're building a relationship with other people. They want to know who's influenced you, what prepared you for the jobs that you're actually doing and have done. They want to learn from you so they can grow in the future. And they want to know what you're like as a person because they're drawn to that. They're drawn to that energy. They're drawn to your spirit. They're drawn to that something about you that makes you different. Yes, others are agreeing. They want to know what drives you. What drives you to succeed? What drives you to get up in the morning? What drives you to just put one foot in front of the other and just keep going? And what are your hobbies? Just tell me a few tidbits about you. So remember this, if you are a leader at any organization, just like you tell peers, share a little tidbit. It does make you personable with others. And it helps with the connection. It will help you to empower, inspire, lead change, and share a whole vision, which is all about leadership. So I'm going back to the likability and leadership. Who do human beings work harder for? They work harder for people that are likable, that have dignity, respect, and give them recognition. These are the people that human beings, so I didn't say followers, I didn't say people in general will work harder for people that they like, they feel really display dignity, they respect others, respect themselves, and they show recognition verbally. We talked about, I know some now in this generation, we do email, we do all sorts of things. But sometime I had someone tell me the other day that it was just about just saying thank you and I appreciate your hard work that really encouraged them for the day. It was the email with the smiley face that said you're just doing an amazing day. That really shows the appreciation. And it makes them smile like the little green happy face. Just seek an understanding. Identify the communication channels that work for both. You're going to have some, different beliefs, different values. Some people like email. Some people like text message. Some people like social media. Some people like, just pick the phone up and call me. If you have the communication with that person, you will understand the communication that works best for them. You'll know their working styles. When we talk about working styles, you may assign a certain goal to someone, and just assigning it might not be good enough. Everyone has different levels that they're at, and while you are communicating with them, you'll have a better understanding of how to gain that commitment and work with them and have great shared goals that you'll hit. Don't take actions personal. In this life, I know we should all know by now, hopefully you do, people go through different things every day. Don't take things personal. They may communicate a little harsh that day, but the next day they're up because they had something going on. Don't take it personal. Don't take the feedback personal. Take it, digest it. Think about what the person is trying to say. And if I understood what you're saying, you are saying X. Sometimes it's great to just repeat it. You can agree on goals even if the methods are different. They might go about it one way, like some people bake a cake one way, others bake it this way. Different ways of doing it, but you'll reach the same goal. It's like this new age math, okay? With the virtual schools and during COVID, was looking at the kids with this new age math, and I just wanted to go and do some basic subtraction, and that's not how they're doing it today. So, but they're getting to the same number. They're just not getting to it the way that I would get to it. So just keep that in mind. Always confirm and focus on the outcome and the goal at hand, she talked about, and don't surround yourself with yes people. Having a bunch of yes people with you, do you really don't do you any good. Like actually after this webinar, asking for feedback, just telling me I did a good job, even if you don't think I did, that's serving no purpose. It's always room for improvement, be able to accept it, grow, and move on. You can't take trust for granted. So we talked about trust a while back. So trust is the social glue that binds human relationships, binds us together. Value other people, their opinions, their perspectives, which I just talked a little bit about. And their perspectives. I'm sorry, I got thrown off. And then stop focusing on how things were and always done. Don't focus on how we used to do something. Things are different. You have to trust the process. That goes for the followers, that goes for us. Things change, the world has changed. And then just make yourself kind of vulnerable. Life and career on the line. Sometimes you have to take some risks. Some things have to change. So trust the process. It's going to pull you out of your comfort zone. If there's no trust, burnout occurs, heavy workload, stress, less effort from the team. In short, you can't do it all. You're going to have to assign some things out and let others do it and take charge and not try to control the process. Yes, sometimes people will fail, but they will learn from that and grow from it. So try something new to take yourself out of your comfort zone and see if you can put your hands around success. Not much more. I hope y'all are all still with me. So what happens when leaders let their people go? Everyone hates to let people go. Hire smart, capable people, then let them go. Bring in smart, capable people. Attract capable people. Train up a capable person. Then you have to let them go. You have to let them now lead others. Encouragement, trust, communication, and partnership. We're here. Thank you. Glad y'all are here. So remember, just like with your families, you do the same in your workplace. Look, you get the capable people in the right positions, you train them up, you trust them, you have faith in them, you allow them to take charge of the situation. It helps you as a leader last longer, have more time for other things, and it gives you room to train and develop other leaders that may need more of your attention. And then for that person that you trust and you give them that freedom, they will stay with you longer because they feel more encouraged. They feel like a partner. They feel like a trusted person on the team, and they're encouraged. Wow. Now, I feel like I haven't been here that long, but I guess I have. So listen, this really was the first webinar for me. I just want to thank y'all for even taking the time to even join. I hope you've gotten out of this everything about building the right relationships, about trusting, communication, and how you can add value to someone else just as a leader in general. I'm still advertising my book. I have my first book is out, which is Live Prolific. I'm working on my second book. I'm saying because I'm just really proud of that. That's on Amazon. Please, if you haven't purchased it or haven't read it, please pick it up. Some of the references that I have were from my book and from A Leader's Legacy, which is a great book that's out there as well. Next webinar, I don't have a date yet, but it will be Small Business Startup Lessons, Do's and Don'ts. I'm hoping to have a guest presenter with me at that time that started their own small business to give some tips. Also, interviewing skills. A lot of people looking for jobs or wanting to go to that next job. I would love to go ahead and just have this session just to share interview tips that I've learned over the last 20 some odd years and from different trainings, things that work, things that don't work. So if you know anyone, please invite them. And thank y'all for all the feedback in the chat. It's just been really great. Thank you. Okay, great. So, and then, okay, we have a lot of people that are small business owners. We have a lot of people that are in the ministry, a lot of people that are leaders in their organization. I just really appreciate all of you for joining the session. I will be putting a survey out, just asking if there are any webinars you would like to see or information that you can let me know. And I'll also bring in guest presenters or people to present that information that are experts. So I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and thank you so much. I really appreciate you all for even taking the time out tonight. I'm not going to wear your patience, but I just really appreciate you all. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the positive feedback. Y'all have a blessed evening. And please, hopefully you took some tips away that you can truly use. And I will make sure I share the deck. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Have a great evening.